This is Mark Graban. Welcome to episode 233 of Lean Blog Audio. This is a post from October 2nd, 2017 titled Lean Enterprise Institute Announces New CEO. The Lean Enterprise Institute, which is a former employer of mine from 2009 to 2011, has announced a new CEO, the third in their history following founder James P. Womack and his successor, John Shook. Their press release, which you can read, I've linked to it if you go to leanblog.org/audio 233. Lean Enterprise Institute names Eric BuehrensÂ new CEO. The start of the release says, the nonprofit Lean Enterprise Institute, a global leader in lean thinking and practice, today announced the appointment of Eric BuehrensÂ as its new CEO. The appointment took effect October 1st, 2017. A proven lean thinker and leader, Buehrens led lean transformations at Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center, where he served as COO and Interim CEO, and at Reliant Medical Group, a Massachusetts group medical practice where he was COO. As for Shooky, as he's sometimes affectionately referred to as, not by me, but by others, it says, quote, outgoing CEO John Shook will remain active as chairman of the LEI Board of Directors. He noted that it, quote, made sense at this time for LEI, which marks its 20th anniversary this year, to separate the chairman and CEO positions to give each executive time to do more work with partner companies and in the lean community at large. Buehrens also introduced himself to the quote-unquote lean community through this post titled, How Are We Doing? And Other Questions for the Lean Community from LEI's new CEO, Eric Buehrensã. He presents himself as a humble leader and a learner, he writes, in part. So I approach my new role at LEI first and foremost as a learner. I've been a lean practitioner and leader of modest impact. I've sat in the leadership seat for many years, charged with the responsibility of turning big bureaucratic organizations into learning organizations that practice Kaizen and respect the wisdom of the workers who create value for the customer. End of quote. I would add, running an organization like LEI doesn't necessarily mean being a thought leader like Womack or Shook. I hope the transition goes well and that Shook has more time to share his reflections and thoughts with us through articles and other media. Now, I think I've met Buehrens in passing, but I don't claim to know him or really know much about him. He's been on the LEI board, so he has familiarity with the organization. He's also worked for Paul Levy when Paul was CEO of Boston's Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center, and Paul was a champion for their lean transformation, as Paul has blogged about over the years. I appreciate that Buehrens is asking for input and feedback. Feel free to post a comment there on the lean post. Only one person had done so in the first day this was available, or you can come and post a comment on this post. And again, you can find links to these announcements by going to leanblog.org/audio 233. So it might be better to share those comments directly with LEI, but Buehrens wrote, my questions to all will be, are we doing what you need us to do to help you advance on your lean journey? Where are we creating value for you? Where are we not? What should we grow and emphasize, and what should be left behind? In what ways are we on the right path or need to change and evolve? So I'll think about this question and might share some additional thoughts. In general, I'd like to see more thought leadership around issues of effective change. I think I'm going to blog about this separately, but I see people even like Jim Womack recently write articles that seem to blame people for not changing. I think that's not helpful. It's not state-of-the-art thinking on that subject. It's encouraging, though, that LEI has, for example, produced a webinar by Ron Oslin, a former Toyota leader, on the topic of what's called motivational interviewing, an approach that's very compatible with lean and the idea of respect for people. As I learned in Ron's workshop recently, motivational interviewing, is also an unheralded part of the Toyota management approach, which I think makes it even more appropriate for LEI to explore topics like this. I'm going to be doing podcasts with Ron and with the authors of the book Motivational Interviewing for Leadership in the near future. I hope you will find interest in that, you can find that interviews podcast feed by going to leanpodcast.org. That's a separate podcast than Lean Blog Audio. So again, congratulations to everybody involved at LEI. I trust these will be positive changes for the future. And again, if you'd like to read more and comment, go to leanblog.org/audio233.